Welcome back to another Hamster Chef DevLog. This time, we're diving into something a bit different. We're diving into character asset creation. I'll walk you through how I created our hamster character from concept to model to texture, all compressed from these three streams. In case you missed it, first of all, credits where credits due, the concept art was made by my talented friend Wahyue. I'll drop his IG and YouTube handle in the description. Shout out to him, visit his Instagram where he does much more art. I'm using Blender for this whole process. As someone who used to be more familiar with Maya, Blender was something I had to learn from scratch. Thankfully, the Blender Guru Donut tutorial was a perfect match to help me get familiar with the modeling tools. For this character, I'm using the ConjureSDF plugin, a tool that I've used before for weapon creation. Since the hamster is bulky and curvy, SDF was very ideal to quickly shape and adjust proportion. At first, I imported Wahyue's concept image manually by applying it as a texture to a plane, but shout out to Reza from the stream chat. He showed me how to properly use import image as reference. Total game changer. Using ConjureSDF, I started shaping the main body, tummy, chest, thigh, but not the legs yet. Then the arms, and then finally the thighs and the legs again. And then I match the shape as close as the concept art as possible. And then continue with the head, white cheeks, and then the mouth, the tummy, and then the ear, and finally the legs again. And of course, the legs is actually needs the feet. Once I happy with the form, I baked it into a mesh. The baking took quite a while, probably to do to my settings, so I grab a break while that finishes. When baking was done, I exported the result into a new Blender scene, and this became the base for topology and refinement. Then I used QuadRemesher. This is another plugin that lets you forget about topology for a moment. It gave me super clean mesh, perfect for starting manual work. The result was clean enough for me to continue modeling manually from here. And from here, I started refining the mesh. I extruded the hand area into fingers. Smoothed out the areas with soft selection. And reconstructed the ears for better topology. I also adjust more of the shapes, added the tails and the nose actually here. I mirrored it. And once more I reconstructed the ear again. I'm just not satisfied with the current topology and the edge loops, so with this I'm extruding it from the hole, and this one I actually satisfied, and now we have the perfect ear, or at least for me. And this wrapped up the first stream. In the second stream, I resumed work on the nose, mouth, and facial area. Honestly, I struggled a bit on the lips. I didn't use hamster reference and I'm just bad at lips in general. Yeah, so I did really struggle with the mouth. Worked on the cheeks a bit, then work on the lips again and again. Still didn't know how actually hamster's lips shape are originally. So of course we added the teeth and again work on a little bit of the facial again, the eyes, the ears just now. For whiskers, I use simple bent planes. I hope it's enough for the future facial part. This part was a bit chaotic. I started unwrapping UV, but realized the legs were merged with the body. It was very bad news with the rigging. I tried to fix the loop at least, but the feet have the same problem. So I ended up deleting the feet and then extruded new ones from the leg geometry.
I'm a fool, I don't even care. I want you to listen to what I say. I love you, but it's so confusing. I'm winning at the same time losing. I love you, but it's so confusing. I'm winning at the same time losing.
Once satisfied, I finally unwrapped everything. I used to be very good at UV in Maya, but Blender, nah, yeah, it's a whole new learning curve for me. After UVs were done, I exported the model into Substance Painter. I slapped on some very base color and did a simple body texture. Inside Substance Painter, it was very easy for me to hand paint the texture there. It's still simple, but I want to capture that clean cartoony vibe. It's just some flat colors on the hamster's body. I followed the concept art. It was the white part on the body and then some pink part on the hands and feet and the white yellow part on the body, and then black on the whiskers and black on the eyes, and just set a different roughness on these parts.
I'm finding a way, I can even do well, but I want you.
In the next stream, I cleaned up the texture a bit, exported everything with proper folder structure and naming, reconnected all of the texture back into Blender, and then started modeling the clothes. The stream's title said it all, clothing up the character. First it was the hat, and okay, don't judge me, I've never modeled a chef hat like this before, and yeah, it was challenging for me. At least the shape is there, so I quickly unwrapped the UV. I quickly UV it before the distortion got worse, and then just shaped it a bit further. Next was the white shirt. I built it by duplicating and extruding from the body and then framing it to shape. And then I quickly UV'd it again before it was getting any complicated. I adjust every edge of it, and then quickly it came the apron. If I ever wanted to turn off the apron, maybe in Unreal I will just use the opacity mask. Then the next part is the last part. I modeled the red handkerchief or small scarf, or maybe you can say it's foulard. The point is, it's the piece of fabric that you wear on your neck, to warm your neck, of course. It's a nice accent to the character, so it's not just a white shirt in the hamster's body. The concept was the scarf is like tight and flipped and everything in the front of the neck, but this is a scalable targeted game, so I'm not going to make very sophisticated shapes. Let's just make some simple plain with some curvature. Once I satisfied with the shape, came the process of unwrapping and layouting the UV, and then exported everything into Substance Painter again. I baked all the support maps, AO, thickness, curvature, and etc, and finally painted that flat solid colors across the clothing piece. And that is basically done. That's it for this episode. Concept to textured model in 3 streams. I'm planning to continue with the character, and of course we need to rig it and throw it into Unreal. So see you in the next devlog. And make sure you are subscribed and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss update from us. Thank you for watching.